right, Dave Goulas back again here at Manifest with another special guest, Matt Fain.
Hey.
Founder of Pop Capacity. Welcome, Matt.
Hey, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, likewise. So Matt, you've got some exciting news about Pop Capacity. You just recently released version 3.
Yeah. So we have released Pop Capacity Pro successfully. It's been out since about November. So we went through the holidays, worked out the bugs, but it is live and it includes a bunch of free, useful tools that you can have, useful resources. With our core still being a warehouse procurement site and platform, now you get access to other logistics solutions based on interactions in a platform. We're using AI to kind of reconnect the supply chain. And you get useful insights and reports. So now all brands and all warehouses or 3PLs in the network gets information on rates, average rates for storage, average rates for handling, capacity in certain markets that everybody can use to improve and accelerate the procurement cycle and process. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been a roller coaster, right? The past 90 days has been, interesting, right? The market's been kind of soft. Q1 hits, and now everything that's been delayed from Q3 and Q4 is coming in Q1 in a new platform, a new environment. So it's been interesting to see how people are using it. I've been telling a lot of people at this show that you just need to know about Pop Capacity. I'm not going to force feed you how to use it, but if you know that there's a network of amazing 3PLs, 200 million square foot, let their thoughts process. Let them figure out how they can use it. Because I think anybody and everybody out there, any brand of any size has a warehousing initiative on the line, whether it be a cross-dock, a transload, a long-term or short-term, a returns management center, a new CDC, whatever it may be. But knowing that this free platform is out there and it's improved now, I hope that it changes the perspective on how procurement historically has been, which is very pen and pad, which is very manual. It's a Google search, right? So it's been very interesting to see the transitions and kind of how things have evolved over time, and I'm super excited about the future.
Yeah, and speaking about the future, so when you started Pop Capacity, and I remember you were actually the very first guest on Beyond.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
And I remember you telling the story of Pop Capacity where a brand was asking you to find them a warehouse, and you went through the process, and you're like, light bulbs went off, like, oh my God, it's a Google search, and this is so archaic, like this needs to be more efficient. Right?
That's right.
You went to work building this platform. So fast forward to today, right, and we're here at Manifest 2025, and there's so much AI, the way the supply chain and the tech has evolved. I mean, what's that been like, seeing the evolution and how things have changed so rapidly, so quickly?
I love it. The industry lacked it for so long, right? We've been using old historical methods of doing things and processes, and seeing how we can take certain technologies like AI and apply it to procurement, apply it to robotics, apply it to route optimization, and all the different things. It's just going to make us better. I've always said I love this industry, right? But we're single-handedly the most important industry in the world, right? I think so. If we shut down, people don't get food, people don't get pharmaceuticals, people don't get the things that they have to survive every single day. So, but yet we've been stuck in the past when it comes to technology, right? And I think it made a lot of sense. It was a relationship-driven business industry, right? It's all form of relationships, but technology is going to help us figure out who we should be in a relationship with, right? There's 400 different vendors here. How do you possibly know which ones are the best without having a conversation, sitting down with them, meeting one-on-one with them on the show floor, right? It takes a lot of time. So I feel like the use of technology is going to improve how we function in this industry, right? And how we're perceived in other industries, the importance of things. But it's exciting. It's super exciting. I think, based on what we're seeing at the show today and what I've heard from brands and what they're looking for, we're all ready for it. Right? We're prepared. We're willing to take the leap into the tech world and see what kind of value it can drive. I think before it's been kind of touch and go on what AI really means, right? How are we applying AI to this? What does that actually mean? What is blockchain, right? But now people have a clear understanding of how we can apply it. And once again, it could be as simple as finding warehouse space, right? There's 2 AI sets in the platform that help you just simply find warehouse space. But it accelerated things so fast. Some other technologies in here are doing the same thing, right? Allowing you to find what you need, allowing you to get your result faster with tech. And I think the industry's ready for it, for sure.
Attention e-commerce sellers. Is fulfillment a headache for you? Whether you're fulfilling in-house and you know you need to outsource, or you're with another 3PL and you know you deserve better service, Easy DC 3PL can help. We offer personal service, fast response time, and we're flexible to meet your unique needs. Get in touch today and find out how we can help you.
So with all these improvements you made in version 3, which is listing them all out, it's incredible. What's the process been like building that and putting it all together from where you are?
Luckily, version 2 was built on OpenAI, so some of the functions and features, the additions weren't horrible, but it's like in building anything. You build it and you're doing it for a certain reason. You think it's going to work perfectly, and then it doesn't, right? And you've got to rechange the code and redirect the way traffic and data gets pulled. We went through and updated a lot of our tech infrastructure. Our tech stack's different now. To accommodate for some of the changes, it's been interesting to see. It's been fun, it's been different. You know, I finally feel like the product's at a place where we can kind of place the pause button and see how it impacts the industry. But it was a grind, for sure. Who knows? We'll see the impact that it has on the industry, which I think is going to be huge.
Yeah, and you've especially been such a active founder on social media and your personal branding and being at all these shows and just constantly beating the drum and talking about what you're building and how passionate you are. I mean, just to note, because so many founders, right, see this show and it's really our target audience. Like, how important do you see that aspect of being out front and being like the chief, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Just the chief promotion officer for your company.
I feel like it's done a lot for me, just understanding how to build the company, right? Being involved in every aspect. And a lot of founders may say that's not the right way to do it. I completely understand. But understanding how people are receiving the product, how it's being repurposed in the industry, right? It's a first-hand glance at that. I feel like that's invaluable, right? And there's a lot of things that you learn, right, as you're marketing your products and as you're doing this self-promotion. And I tell everybody this, right? You just get out of your box. You just put all the noise and all the distractions aside, all the anxiety of you, and you just move forward with what you need to say, right? Whether it's a product, whether it's a feeling or an emotion you're having that day. And that's where the personal branding comes in, Everything that I put out there is super authentic, right? From product information, from product road mapping to struggles I have as a business owner. And it all came from kind of being on that first line of defense, right? And understanding the business intimately. I think it's super important. I think it gives founders a different perspective on things, right? And it's also where you are as a founder, right? There's different kind of founders. You have venture-backed companies who have a different kind of founder. You have bootstrap companies. You have companies that were, given to them through, their parents, and in legacy type companies. You're still a founder. You've got to change and adapt, but there's different ways of going about it. And this was the way that I thought we had to do it, right? Being a bootstrap company, not having a lot of marketing dollars to put into it, which is a lot of small businesses. There's not a lot of businesses that can go dump $50,000 to $100,000 in marketing to get your solution out there, how amazing or not. So all we had was our social media presence. All we had was the interactions and the relationships we made, podcasts like this, growing that network. It's been huge for us, for sure. So I'll tell any founder out there, whether you're a 3PL warehouse owner, if you're a tech founder, get involved, stay involved. once again, that's a personal opinion, right? But I do feel like it's helped me out a lot of understanding all the things that I didn't understand before. So it's been cool.
Yeah, and it could be invaluable too when the guy reminds me of the quote, necessity is the mother of invention, where if you're forced to, make do with what you have.
That's right.
You're forced to learn all
Right.
these other skills and find a way to make it work.
That's right. You get it done and then you adapt, right? But the first step is getting it done. The first step is taking that initial step, and then you can figure it out and what you need to do from there, right? It's like running a marathon. You just got to start, and then you start figuring out what your pace is. You start figuring out, how am I going to complete this long journey? But you got to put your shoes on, and you got to go to the start line and actually begin the journey. So.
Yeah, well said. All right, so Matt, if people want to learn more about Pop Capacity or get in touch with you and find out more, what's the best way people can reach out to you?
Follow us on LinkedIn. We have a really big presence on LinkedIn. You'll catch all the new updates and features and cool little things. You can follow me personally, and you can go to popcapacity.com. Very easy to access. The platform is free on both sides, so there's no reason for you not to go in there. So super excited.
Awesome. All right, well, Matt, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you.